Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Well, guys, we're, I guess, a little bit more behind than I guess we sort of were anticipating with the bedroom stuff. We do have the duct cleaners are coming on Monday, which is good. And so I guess it's also good that we're maybe behind with the like bedroom project stuff. We wouldn't want my cousin's company that's coming to do the floors and the drywall work and all that kind of stuff here on the same day. So I guess that's kind of good. But they're coming on Monday, and then the like ideally it'd probably be sometime like mid next week possibly that they would be coming to work on the bedroom stuff, which does stink a little bit just because I'm like, this is like right before Thanksgiving, and like I'm assuming, I mean, I'm hoping that they'll have it done before then, but like honestly it might, I'm assuming they'll have it done before Thanksgiving. I'm gonna assume, because that will give them like a full week. And I think again too, when we had the other room done, like, but when they did the floors, the thing was they had to take the floors in the other room had paint on them, so they had to put like this like paint stripper stuff down, and I think like then they came back like 2 days later or something like that, or like the next day, and then they did it again or something. But they were here like 2 or 3 times to do just the floors over like a 3 or 4 day period or something like that, or maybe it was even 5 days. And then also when we had before the other person that we were having do the other, like, there was like a small little drywall patch, and then we had like a couple of outlet like places that we had moved, and then we like, because we'd fished them up to have them higher up for my mom's desk where like the original wiring was, but then we undid that, so we just had those like covered over. Plus I think there was also like an old like a phone jack that was in there too, that we just like, it's not even there anymore. It was just a hole and then in the wall. I think it might have had like a plate over it, but it was just, there was nothing there, so we just had them like patch that stuff over as well. And again though too, because of that, it takes a couple days for it to dry, so it's not like they're gonna get it all done in one day. It's gonna be a couple day process. And again too, we're having them do so much of the stuff, plus they're also like painting the ceilings, like that also will have to dry, and then we'll have to do it again. And you know, like I'm assuming it's not just gonna be one coat. I mean, it might be, but it might be 2 coats. And then also to the trim, like they're doing the trim in both those rooms as well. So like there's a lot of stuff. So like I said, it's not just gonna be like a one-day thing, but hopefully if we can get them out earlier in the week, like next week, then it won't go up until Thanksgiving. But it very well could be like, you know, I mean, not that they would come out on Thanksgiving, but it very well could be like right before Thanksgiving, or again to depending on what's going on. They might be like, we don't work the day before or after Thanksgiving or something like that, you know? The reality of the whole thing is that it might end up going until, you know, Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving or something like that. Which kind of stinks for me because, well, all this is going on, I'm gonna have to be sleeping in the living room because I won't have a bedroom. And so, yeah, it it sounds so chaotic, especially like right now. And again too, ideally, like what we were gonna have happen was we're gonna finish the painting this week, but it's like all the little things that we've had to do to even get ready for painting. So like today, Jack had to finish taking out all the nails from the trim that my dad took out, because I didn't realize that my dad hadn't taken out all of the nails from it. Like, he took the trim out and most of the nails came with it, but not all of them. So it was like, you're gonna have to like that's gonna have to be done. Then the walls needed to be wiped down too after we did a couple of the holes that we patched. Like the walls need to be wiped down after it, because then we sanded that all. And also too, it's just better like if you're gonna paint to like make sure you kind of wipe the walls down as well. You don't always have to do it, but it's just like, I've noticed too, like if you have dust or like there's cobwebs and you don't notice it, or you don't get it very well, like you're gonna get it if you wipe the walls like with water. But whereas, you know, sometimes dry dusting doesn't always work as well. So like I said, I think it's a good thing to just make sure you kind of wipe down the whole wall when you're, you know, doing that. And again too, because we had all the drywall dust also from it as well, you know, it's better like the paint paint, you know, for painting. So again, we ended up doing that, but that's like I said, all the little things, like, and then we couldn't paint today because the walls were wet. So, you know, like I said, it's just, we had hoped to have started painting on Monday and it's Wednesday and we don't even have a coat of paint on yet. So again, hopefully, like, we have the whole weekend as well, but and honestly it shouldn't take that long and we don't have to avoid really anything. And like when me and Matthew did when we did that room before, it took us, it was like a week or maybe a little over a week. But the thing was, I know that he had football going on over the summer at that time when we were doing it, and there was like a few days where like we didn't do anything. So again, ideally it would be like maybe 4 days, 5 days, you know, something like that. And that even feels like it's kind of a stretch, but like I said, hopefully by like around this time next week, they will be able to be out here and taking care of this stuff. But yeah, guys, it's just, the whole thing now, it's like, great, it's gonna be so close to Thanksgiving on top of that as well. And you know, like, I mean, thankfully we'll be done, hopefully we'll be done before Christmas. But you know, like, it's just, then even on top of that too, it's like we have to also like get the furniture stuff situated and moved, like even after that. And you know, that we have to get the rest of the stuff moved out of here as well before all of it. Like, there's just a lot to do. And also, like I said, on top of that, the fact that it is the holidays as well, you know. So anyways, it's just, you know, it's like one thing after another. And you know, again, like, the thing is that football was just so time consuming. We couldn't really get a good grip on anything to like really get moving with a lot of this stuff. And so that's why it's just like, finally it's like, okay, football's done, and we're like, okay, and now, like, you know, we have to get all this stuff done in this time restraint before Thanksgiving. And like, even too, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna have a bed for my birthday, which is next Thursday. So like, because I will probably be out of here by then. But the thing is, my cousin, actually, I didn't realize, he had said that they went to Florida, and one of my other cousins lived in Florida, so I thought like they were there visiting, but it was actually him and his company were there, and they were helping with the hurricane relief, like I'm assuming like construction stuff and things like that. But I was like, I didn't realize that, like, because my dad was like, oh, like, you know, when will you guys be back to be, you know, like, we were talking about like getting the project stuff done, and they're like, oh, like, you know, again, we should be done, or we should be back like sometime in November, like we're in Florida right now. And like I said, I thought he was just like on vacation or something like that, like going to visit, you know, his brother, my other cousin. And I was like, oh no, they're actually like down there working. So like I said, I didn't realize that, but they haven't even been like, you know, again, back here or anything, because they've been in Florida for like a while now, I think. So again, it does, I guess, work out well too that we are kind of finishing this up right at the same time that they are coming back. But again, I don't even know too if they actually have stuff for sure, like that they don't already have projects that they have scheduled right now. I don't think so, possibly, but like I said, I don't know. But they could have like a painting job here or there or something like that they already had scheduled before us. And so we might not even get the stuff done before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure. But I believe that the plan was, like, once they came back, they were going to work on this project stuff. But like I said, I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, I am going to take a shower and get to bed. I should have grocery hauls for you guys tomorrow as well, but I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.